Turn to politics tonight. The action at the Gold Dome, it is getting heated with just days left for lawmakers to get legislation to a vote. And some of the most controversial measures up for debate are stirring up drama beyond the State House. Joining us to talk about all of it, in-depth look at some of these issues, CBS 46 political analyst and university professor Dr. Rashad Richey is in. Rashad, welcome. Always happy to have you here.
Happy to be here.
Let's start with the bill that seems to be on everybody's mind as we head into the final days, that heartbeat bill. At this point, what tactics could we see as it's a race to the finish used on both sides to get it passed or shot down?
Democrats have a very uphill battle to stop this bill, primarily because they are outnumbered in the State House and State Senate, and you have a Republican governor who has pushed this legislation as a candidate and also as governor of the state. Now, next week on Tuesday, Sharon, is the last day of legislative session. They're actually taking off on Monday. So if they add amendments to the bill, they could possibly run the clock out. But I don't see that happening. Republicans are hip to that game because when Democrats were in charge, they tried it on Democrats as well. So I don't see that happening, but that's really the only possibility to stop this bill.
But what about the money, Rashad? Billions could be on the line here. The heartbeat bill, it could have a far reach if it impacts our booming film industry here.
This is where you see the distinction of leadership between the former Governor Nathan Deal and the current Republican Governor Kemp. Nathan Deal's line was basically, hey, we could talk about legislation until it begins to disrupt industry. Well, industry in Georgia is big as it relates to movies and films, television shows, etc. Right now, major Hollywood stars are saying we will boycott the state of Georgia if this bill moves forward. It does not seem to be affecting those on the right as it relates to pushing the legislation.
Another battle brewing, a hotly contested issue, the so-called airport takeover bill. It seems the city of Atlanta saying you're going to have to pry that out of our dead hands. There are various groups, though, coming out, Rashad, in recent days against a state-operated airport. That includes Representative John Lewis. What do you know? He just released this statement. It says new amendments to that measure are still problematic. So we want to know, do you agree? Do you think any version of this bill is going to get to a vote?
I think it will. I think it will get a vote, but they have issues in the court after that. Remember, the FCC put a regulation on bills like this and basically said if the authority who currently has oversight of the airport, if they do not acquiesce that authority to the state, then it has to go to a court. And the FCC will only recognize a judicial order. Also shared in this bill, there's a lot of other stuff not related to the airport. So the airport is kind of embedded in this bill to make it more digestible for other legislators to vote on. So in final passage, you're going to see a bill that talks about transportation in general, that also has the Atlanta airport and 9 other airports included. But the sentiment is this is really about Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport and nothing else.
Yeah, world's busiest airport in play. Rashad, thank you.